I'm just playing. I'm really nervous to make this video. Like, I'm not sure what the internet's reaction will be towards it if anybody sees this video, but I just know I've done my research, and I just came to spill tea. So I just really hope you guys are ready. Literally, like, buckle up, because I didn't come to play around. Like, I'm not here to play games. But okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. I have my list of things that I'm gonna say, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm so nervous, but I have to it must be said. It really must be said. So first off, one thing you can do to help the planet is eat less meat. I know that's like, oh my gosh, like vegan agenda, blah, 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 like vegans are crazy. No, vegans are actually, like, they have a really good, like, vegans, you're doing great. I'm working on transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, or I've already started to eat, like, more plant-based and stuff like that. Oop, my package came. But yeah, so I'm not telling you to go vegan. Like, I'm really not. I'm just saying eat less meat. And that has nothing to do with, like, oh, save the animals, nothing to do with, like, your health. But livestock farming is very bad for the environment. All my reference links are going to be down in the description box, but according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, 7.1 gigatons of carbon dioxide equivalent is output per year just from global livestock, and that's 14.5% of anthropogenic output. So that's basically 14.5% of human-induced greenhouse gas release is coming from livestock and, like, factory farming and stuff like that. And that's just from the raising of livestock. That's not even going towards, like, all the fossil fuels that are being burned to, like, run all the commercial farming factories and stuff like that. Get rid of all the fossil fuel that takes, and just the livestock being produced themselves is 14.5% of carbon dioxide emissions. That is absolutely crazy. If you're not willing to just, like, give up all meat, I would definitely say to start with beef. Maybe just give up, like, just beef, because 65% of that 7.1 gigatons is cattle alone. So yeah, if I'm not telling you to give up all meat, I'm just saying, like, maybe reduce, like, even if you just eat, like, one less, just pick a meal of the day and make it vegetarian. Just do what you can and, like, build up from there. Like, everyone has to start somewhere. A lot of people, especially when it comes to veganism, a lot of people say, like, oh, one person, like, just because I don't go buy meat from the store isn't gonna make them stop killing the animals, isn't gonna help anything, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it will. Like, it literally will. It's about supply and demand. Everyone, every individual, every consumer has a part in supply and demand. So if you go purchase something, you're increasing the demand for it. So just know, if you're increasing the demand, the companies are going to see that and they're going to supply more of it. So if you decrease that demand, there's going to be less incentive for those companies to put, like, animal products on the shelves of the supermarkets. So I know this is just me talking, but the statistics show, according to the Earth Policy Institute, the U.S. meat consumption has declined by 9% since 2004. So, yeah, it's working. It's working. Number 2, carpool. This one is probably, like, a no-brainer. Just carpool. Use a bike. Like, if you live in, like, a city area, use a bike. The largest percentage of greenhouse gas emissions is transportation. So that's 28.9% of 2017 greenhouse gas emissions came from just transportation. So you don't have to get rid of your car. You don't have to go buy a Prius. You can literally just carpool, like, make friends that are going to the same place as you, carpool with them, ride the bus, ride public transportation, all that type of stuff. So Okay, so number 3 is you can boycott fish. A lot of people are saying like, oh, save the turtles, like stop using straws. That's great. Like everyone has to start somewhere. But if you really want to make an improvement in the world, and I saw someone tweet about this, I'll put it here if I can find it. But yeah, that is true. So there's this thing called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's like this huge patch of like ocean debris and like pollution. According to the studies done by Boyan Slat and his research team, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is composed mostly of abandoned fishing gear. So fishing nets alone equated to almost 50% of the entire mass of the patch. And that's just fishing nets alone. That doesn't include all the other like materials that were abandoned that have to do with fishing. It's not 50% plastic straws, it's not 50% water bottles, it's 50% fishing gear. So I think one good way to start off with helping that, I guess, would be to boycott fish for a while. And I don't know, that's just my opinion. But also, like, take away from just the Pacific Garbage Patch, right? We see that ocean pollution is a really big deal. Not to mention like dead zones that are caused by like green algal blooms, which is a result of like nitrogen runoff from fertilizer and stuff like that. That's a whole nother story. We still have like a lot of non-point source pollution, and those are like the water bottles you see, like all the litter people leave on beaches that get washed up like when the tide comes in, all that stuff. That's non-point source solution. And like there are a lot of ways that you as an individual can reduce those type of things. So obviously, like when you go to the beach or even in general, like just don't litter, put stuff in garbage cans, recycling bins, all that type of stuff. Limit pesticide and fertilizer use, clean up pet waste, and there are even like local stream cleanup programs where you can clean up like local streams, obviously, because all that is eventually going to run off into the ocean. So those are just some easy ways to decrease that non-point source pollution of ocean water. And that non-point source pollution of ocean water is the majority of like ocean pollutants. So there's two different things I'm talking about here. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, 50% fishing gear, and that's like a representation of stuff that is in the ocean in its entirety. But according to other research done, when people do research on what is polluting the oceans, they also find that non-point source pollution is one of the main contributing factors. So number 4, live low waste or lower waste. Living low waste is really hard to do when you're on a budget. So like I said, everyone has to start somewhere. Maybe if you can like find a few things to cut down on or a change about your lifestyle, that's still going to make a change in the world if everyone was to do that thing. So yeah, if everyone finds one thing that they can reduce their waste on, that's gonna make a really big difference. Look, there are so many options to when it comes to living low waste. Use a Brita filter and a reusable water bottle. Instead of buying plastic water bottles every time you go to the supermarket, you could use reusable produce bags and like shopping bags for when you go to the supermarket. You could donate unused items when you're cleaning out your house. Use a bamboo toothbrush instead of the plastic ones. They last longer and like they're not plastic. They'll like biodegrade faster when it's time for that. And the list goes on and on. I'm gonna link a list in the description box. It's by goingzerowaste.com. And it's 101 easy, eco-friendly, zero waste tips. Number 5, annoy the crap out of your friends and family on social media, because a lot of people don't realize the severity of what's going on. According to Davis Wallace Wells, he's the author of The Uninhabitable Earth, Life After Warming. It's a book. Projections estimate that if we don't change course on global warming, we could have a global GDP that's 30% smaller than it would be without climate change. That's an impact twice as big as the Great Depression, and it would be permanent. Basically, up to 1 million of the 8 million species here on Earth are at risk of extinction. They found nature is declining globally at rates unprecedented in human history. If we don't, oh my gosh, y'all need to check out this link. It says that if we don't avoid 2 degrees of warming, 150 people will die from air pollution alone. Basically, that will be provided in the description box below. That's a really important read. But ignorance is bliss. If you're ignorant to everything that's going on with the earth, like, you're gonna feel fine. But once you educate yourself, you're gonna feel like you need to make a change. And now I've just educated you all. I've given you the resources to educate yourselves. this is the initiative that you need. So as of right now, none of you that have seen this video have an excuse not to make a change. Gandhi said, like, be the change you want to see in the world. We're gonna need a second green revolution to save the earth, and that's gonna start with individual people. Yeah, you're a member of the human race, whether you like it or not, and you're responsible for its effects on the environment. Number 5, annoy people. Spread the word. Tell everyone. Get rid of that ignorance so people can start making a change. So that's really all I have to say, guys. Pardon the mess in the background. I just moved. My apartment tour will be coming out next week. And additionally, sorry that I'm sitting on the floor. I have yet to set up like a filming location, but it is summertime and my classes are done with. I still have a really busy summer, but I don't have class every day, so my posting schedule will become more consistent again. Look forward to, like I said, my apartment tour and just some more cool videos. Make sure that if you like this video, like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great, wonderful week. I don't know. Have a great, wonderful day. And I love you.